Bueno, mi gente, vamos a jugar el otro juego. Otro jueguito, wow. Con el dinero que gané de los dos pitches que no sirvían para nada, compré de pitcher. No es la gran cosa, pero me gusta ese pitcher. Dos lanzamientos que tiene muy buenos. Ahora estoy decidiendo si saco o lo dejo. Tiró 4 innings. Sus lanzamientos no son malos. Pero coño loco, falló demasiado, Vamos a ver qué es lo que con este pitch ahora mismo. Vamos a esto. Vámonos el 100, mi gente, ya. Último juego de la noche. Y disculpen por lo de ahorita, que tuve que parar, ¿sabes? De jugar, para ponerme a comer, que no había comido, era. La señora estaba ya discutiendo. Bueno, el pana se salió. Wow, qué monstruosidad de equipo tiene el pana. Bobo feo, ay.
Just about set to go now and getting to start, Jim Cobb.
Bobo feo.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Leading off, Jose Ramirez. And a foul ball. Way out front for strike 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
On the ground to short.
Vamos, Gite.
On the first. And the first out of the game is an easy one. Next to hit, Carlos Beltran. Breaking ball inside. And it's 1-0.
Pelotero también para sacar a Carlos Beltrán. Otani, Arroyo.
That finds the mark on the inside corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there in the hill.
Next offering is down low. 1 out, base is empty. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Coming on his hat. He's there to make the catch. Back here with my pal singing, and on the hill in this one, Jordan Zimmerman.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Derek Jeter down the box, comes up empty with a swing there. The shortstop takes the ball.
Vamos, Gite, vamos. Wow, pensé que estaba mal.
Beltran ranging into the alley. And there's 2 away. Here's Harper
Yo
now.
pensé que estaba mal, hijo de la sellita. Sin mentira.
And first offering is fouled off.
Ay, pero papi, estamos hace rato que nos vamos a ir.
2 outs.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Wow.
And that one handled.
Estamos rato.
And he's out on the tag. That's the 3rd out. And we're back. Top of the 2nd. Now it's the shortstop, Corey Seager. Caught back to work. That misses the zone.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. Right away, it was an off-speed pitch. I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get to the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Ronald Acuna Jr., the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that's a fair ball.
No, juego así, no.
Stop sign goes up at 3rd. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And a big swing and a miss.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Out towards right center field. Harper ranging after it. And out number 1 on the grab. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. 1st round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. Swing and a miss as he was late.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
1 ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at 1st and 3rd. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. No score here in the 2nd. Step off throw to 1st. Acuna dives back in.
Qué raro que te ponga tu salga con Acuna. Date otro pasito, mi rey, otro paso.
Another throw over. And they're keeping him close. And that's the 2nd disengagement now. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Jordan Westburg getting ready to hit. And that one fouled off. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Santana down to 1st. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the 3rd baseman, Chipper Jones. And a swing and a miss there.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Crow Armstrong running hard to get it. He makes the grab. And there's one down.
Le dio bien.
Juan Soto now.
El bate fue bien puesto. Mira, todo bien.
Soto in his 7th season, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. And that's in the dirt. And it's 2-0. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Ahora le dimos dique muy adelante.
1 down, base is empty.
Wow,
le
dimos
2-2.
Atrás. Oh, vale, dimos bien, pero por favor, si quieres.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And it remains 2-2.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Hodges takes it himself. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. Now it's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. And that misses. And that is ball 1.
Wow.
Swinging a pop-up. Brings it in. And that ends the inning. Back here in Atlanta, now the left fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Wow, piche.
Drag bunt back towards the mound. Over to first, and the bunt doesn't work out. Here's Jose Ramirez. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
That missed inside, and the count now 2-0.
El pitcher tiene el lanzamiento del otro mundo, pero hay algo de él que confunde eso. Cuando él gira para
just off the inside edge. Top of the third, no score.
Cuando él gira así, confunde.
Line drive, base hit, right center field. Now he'll turn for second. Check that. He'll stop at first with a single after putting on the brakes.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Just missed.
1-1.
Ahí como a la derecha, que tiene todo el lanzamiento como
swing and a
caen para el
pop-up.
mismo lado.
Kinsler makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Fly to left his first
Pero
time.
ya no doy cuenta.
That's
Pero que lo batea de
inside.
eso,
Ball.
todo el equipo de verdad que sí. La mayoría son todos.
Ramirez off of first with 2 away. On the ground to the left, and he can't come up with it. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
Le dan ahí otro break.
Now it's Corey Seager.
Wow.
1 for 1 with a single so far. And delivers outside.
Lanzamiento fuera de la zona. De que si Pachón se tira, si mandar
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Coming on his half, he's there to make the catch. Back at Truist Park, set for the bottom of the third. And here's the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn.
Wow, yo no la fui con Brian en este juego. En otro juego tampoco quiero elegir.
In the dirt, and the count is 1-1. Crow Armstrong coming on and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 1 away. Ian Happ up to hit. Ball 1 there.
Had some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far moving the ball around nicely.
Fouls 1 off out of play. Back to our left. One down, base is empty. Off balance throw in time. And that's an out. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Inside, 1-0. That one fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. That's down and in. And that one missing low. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left.
Mira, bola y hace lanzamiento, tanta bola que ya he visto.
Got him looking. And good work there. And we're back as we go to the top of the fourth. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Ball one, no strikes.
So, Boog, here's an interesting fact about Acuna. He has the most home runs at Truist Park. He passed Freddie Freeman for the top spot in 2023, and I think he might hold that record for a while.
That one misses, and it's 3-0.
He hasn't fallen behind an account like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And that drops in for a strike. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run. And now, Gil Hodges.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't wake a team up with a free pass.
Strike two.
With two strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Wow. Cut on and lifted in the air. Hauls it in for the out. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Went down on strikes his first time through. In for a strike. 0-1. And a foul ball. Man at first, one away. Next one misses, and it's 1-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
This one in the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Fourth inning underway, no score. Cuts and misses, it's a strikeout. Now here is Jordan Westburg. He's 0 for 1. Swing at a line drive, that's a base hit into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Infield looks like they're expecting a bunt with speed at the plate. Crow Armstrong in the box now. Takes strike one. That's out to center field. Carter gliding in towards the infield. And that's the third out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the center fielder, Evan Carter.
Well, these players just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but one or two pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to... cut it if it's not resulting in hits, so they might want to be a little more selective up there.
Pitches in the dirt. Now 1-2. To the right side. Albies tosses to first. Leadoff hitter retired to the fourth. So digging in, Derek Jeter. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Here is Bryce Harper. Grounded out his first time. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Jeter leads off first with one away. On the ground. And that's just foul. And that one hammered. And it bangs off the foul pole. Home run. He leads the yard to right. And to grab the lead. It's 2-0.
Estaba acechando el lag de eso. Señores, le di un jonrón, se salió. No entiendo. No entiendo. Un jonroncito se sale de juego. Un jonroncito, mijo, tú te vas a salir. No, tú estás bateando mejor que yo. No, mi niño, así no. Así no. Como dice un pana mío, así no. Un jorroncito fue, un jorroncito. Y tú estás bateando mejor que yo, papi. ¿Por qué te sale, Ya deberíamos jugar otro jueguito. Pegamos, ganamos, hacer el último. Tengo que hacer otras cosas. De estas 2 cartas que faltan, ¿cuál yo voy a coger? Este señor. Este señor está durísimo, vea. Sinque durísimo, Clifford durísimo, Curva durísimo, el Alde durísimo. Está todo duro ahí. Gane, pierda el último juego de la noche, mi gente. Ya vamos rumbo a los 700. ¿Cuál equipo? Todo el mundo con esa carta y yo no la tengo. Brantley, no, hombre.
Almost ready to get underway. And today's starter, Jacob Mizorowski. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go now, and the batter will be the shortstop, Carlos Correa. That's off the inside corner, and this one is off and running. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back. Adios, pelota. What a start to this one. And it gives them the lead in the first. It's 1-0. Brian Dozier now at the plate. First pitch, not close. Mizorowski, the tall righty. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Cut on and missed. Good changeup right there. 1-2. Curve in the dirt. Backed off the plate that time.
Straightened him up a little bit.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Ian Happ up to hit. Misses off the plate, and that's ball 1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
1 out, bases empty. That one the other way. Makes the grab for the second out. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Swings through that one for strike 2. 2 outs, bases empty. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Back here with my pal Siggy. And our pitcher in this game, Noah Cameron.
Well, this guy featuring that straight four-seam fastball, but off of it throws the cutter. And really, he's most effective when he's using that cutter off the four-seam fastball just to miss the barrel of the bat. Not always going to see the swings and misses, but if you can somehow get weaker contact, you have a chance to collect some outs. Now, it's going to look the same until the very last second, so hitters are going to have to make a decision and hope that sometimes they're able to guess right.
Evan Carter, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Right side. And foul ball. And now 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Trying to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Muy bien la bola.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Next to hit, Derek Jeter. Runner on the go.
Wow.
And that is out of play. Left field. Hat hauls it in, and there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a
runner on the go.
Wow,
and miss. Tag out. Piazza with a great throw.
Wow, compadre. Mira que lo
And 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Just misses. Now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Just missing there. Full count now.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, get a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Robert makes the grab. That is the inning.
Están viendo, yo no voy a decir nada, te lo dieron ya. Te dieron todo ahí. Eso era que se mató esa bola saliera, ya te saben por dónde.
Back at Truist Park. Now Machado up here.
Muy bien con Machado.
Mizorowski back to work. 1-0-1 on the gun. Swing and a miss. And that is cut on and missed. 0-2 now. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Santana collects, fires to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout. Next to switch hitting first baseman, Eddie Murray. Swing and a miss, and 1-0-2 on the radar gun. Yeah, that's fouled off. Pitch in the dirt, and a count 1-2. Up the middle, Kinsler. Slings to first. And there's 2 away. And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert.
A well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Inside, just missed.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
1-1.
2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
No sé cómo no me dio otro palo, porque ahorita me quedo donde no era.
Chases in the dirt, slider there. Santana collects, fires to first. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that.
Chipper John. Estaba pensando yo poner Chipper John García Reto.
Bottom of the second, down to third baseman, Chipper Jones. And he's currently the team leader in batting average, Chris. Robert makes the grab, and there's one away. And now it's Juan Soto. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. He was late there, strike 1. All right, so you hit lefty. What makes it so hard to face a left-handed pitcher?
Left-handers, they just seem to have different arm angles, so to keep that front shoulder in there and really discipline yourself can be tough sometimes. But the guys that do it well, man, I tip my cap to them every day.
That to right.
También
Springer
Soto le dio mal. Wow.
squeezes it, and a couple of quick outs. And the batter now, Ian Kinsler. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Mala mía, me vale un palo con ese largo me quedo.
That one hammered center field. Nabs it, and that is that. Back here in Atlanta, top half of the 3rd inning.
Esta carta la quiero yo como cosa
Brooks
loca.
Lee. On to O'Hearn, and one away in the top of the 3rd. Here's the catcher, Mike Piazza.
Wow.
That one at triple digits.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
That one missed. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wow.
Popped up right side. Kinsler gets under it. Brings it in. 2 down. So the lineup flips over. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Carlos Correa. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Just
Wow,
next offering is in for a strike. Started to swing, held up.
That pitch wasn't even close, and they still got it.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn. And he's the home run leader on this team, Singy. Just off the inside edge.
Otra buena carta es sobre todo.
Half on his horse. Drops into the glove, and there's one down. Here's the left fielder, Ian Happ.
de Oakland, es muy dura esa carta. Wow,
Next offering popped in the air, right field. And George makes the grab.
No sé qué diablo era que estaban mirando.
Carlos Santana will hit next. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Hit on the ground to the right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's going to be Evan Carter. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the 1st with a single. On the ground right side into the outfield base hit. And now 1st and 2nd with 2 outs.
Wastes no time there. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
And now Derek Jeter fought off foul.
Señores, ese lanzamiento que falló Jeter, foul. Le dimos bien de todo.
This one belted deep left field.
Jeter.
On its way, gone.
Segundo juego damos un ron con Jeter.
He'll take a jog around the bases. And now they're out in front. It's 3-1. Bryce Harper to the plate. Fly to center his first time. And a swing and a miss.
Cómo estoy fallando este lanzamiento, Dios.
Swing and a
Mira, lo
miss. There's
falló
that
otra vez.
changeup.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Uf.
Could be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Absolutely.
Dios mío, pero ¿y qué? Bueno, mi gente, no podemos hacer nada. Los oponentes, los dos se salieron. Tengo algo que hacer. Mi gente, nos vemos mañana si Dios quiere, lo permite. Habrá besos y abrazos para todo el mundo. Hoy no pedimos ni uno. Nos fue pésimo en Weekend Class, ustedes lo saben. Yo creo que ganamos 2 HP o 3. Pero después, de lunes para acá, nos apoyan en un juego. Gracias, mi gente. Gracias, papá Dios. Y a ustedes. Suscríbanse, compartan los videos. El que quiera jugar conmigo, me tira por Instagram, DJ Cámara Miss. O por un comentario en YouTube. Yo lo busco y cuando yo vaya a jugar te tiro. Para que juguemos juntos, como ustedes quieran. Ya ustedes saben, mi gente. Ese es el cuadrón mío del pánico. Ese es mi cuadrón del pánico. Bye, mi gente. Se les quiere de gratis.